Okay, here's another item I picked up for free a couple of years ago, actually. This is a multiple time frame support and resistance indicator for MetaTrader 4. And I'm inside the indicator editing window here. If you open up the MetaTrader meta editor, say that 5 times. Well, the original version of this had red and blue, but I've changed it to Dodger blue just because I don't want to have to think about is that a resistance top or bottom, because I'm really just trading the fact that tops become bottoms and bottoms become tops, so I don't really want to be distracted with that idea, so I kind of simplified it, and you'd have to edit that, so I had to change all these, which is going to give you the color on the screen, and for some reason you have to change these colors too. Now these are the actual time frame lines that you're going to get on the screen. Now this one I've set to switched off 2 forward slashes before any comment or any code in here is going to disable all this area, and this will just turn into commentary. Like for instance, at the very beginning here, all of this, the computer is not going to see this. This is just for reference, and the guy that wrote this posted it on the code base, and there's just so much free stuff out there. People don't believe in free stuff, I guess, but it really does exist. Freeness really does exist after all, and especially on MT4, it's free. I had TradeStation, paid $2,000 for that. I think I paid $2,500 for TradeStation maybe 15-20 years ago, and they just kept on punishing me with passwords and updates, and when they were all done with it, they said, okay, you own it, but no support, see you later, bye. And of course then Forex came around, and you don't need to spend $300 on a data feed and rights to see the data 15 minutes before everybody else, so no exchange fees, no data satellite on my roof. So yeah, Forex is the ultimate. I guess that's why Dodd-Frank came after them and outlawed it, because don't let a crisis go to waste. 2008 crash, come in there and pretty much put the kibosh on Forex. Of course, outlawing Forex trading on gold 2 years ago in July, supposedly to prop up the dollar. What a joke. So yeah, this is kind of a cool indicator. Now down here you can change, I suppose you can change the other parts of the code, which would be the time frames. And here you're at 240 minutes, so that's a 4-hour chart. And the good old 60 minutes, 1 hour. And I don't actually know, I didn't change these numbers, I left these the same, and I don't really, if you do any edits in here and then you go to hit the compile button, you're going to find out if you screwed up, because you'll see errors down here. But you can either cut and paste you can just cut and paste the code from the site, or you can just import the file, and then it'll create an execution file. You'll have 2 files actually inside of MetaTrader running for that. But just a killer tool for you don't have to use it, but if you do use it, it's just nice and easy. Here's what it looks like on the screen. Now I did some edits to this, so when you edit it, for some reason you get a dotted line here. Here's the euro dollar. Everybody's trading that, right? I guess I have to buy that right now, actually. I just kind of woke up here, but it's an automated buy. It throws in a stop and a take profit. Got that a market order there. Just puts in a small. It's by $50,000. Of course, I'm probably gonna have to put in some buy orders here just before I get trying to make money here. Actually, just want to throw these in. These last for 4 hours in case we get a bounce. But let me just change the time frame here so it's going to smooth out these dotted lines for some reason when it refreshes. But right now, I've actually turned off a couple of those. I turned off one of the time frames. It's the smallest time frame. You know, I could actually turn off all the time frames and just leave the major in there if I wanted. So let me just do that, because then otherwise, because I added it here. Put a few indicators. Okay, here it is. So you go to modify, and I've changed this quite a few times. I changed this to Dodger blue color just because it prints better. Some people run their monitors like in standard mode, but I'm always running them really dark because I used to use good old tube monitors, and I always ran them really dark so that I got like a higher contrast, and the colors were a little deeper. But you can't seem to watch a movie in that mode because everything's too damn dark. So I run high contrast, real dark, and for some reason it takes this editor forever to come up. It seems like a simple process, doesn't it? I mean, I'm on a super fast computer, but I don't know this editor. But yeah, let me just drop out this time frame because it's kind of a mess. Now in this situation, you're going to come in here and just put forward slashes in front of everything. You got to put 2. And as soon as it loses its color, it's deactivated. Okay, now I'm going to compile that. And like I said, it's going to make this kind of a jumbled. Okay, so I'm just left with this. I guess these are key, support, and resistance. Now last night was a classic example. I think it was like about 12 hours ago. I don't know, there wasn't any news or anything, but for some reason market spiked down really hard, and you can see the support levels being painted for that low. This spike here last night, you know, amazingly made money on that because I had a bunch of orders sitting. This is from this dotted line to the solid line, it's 50 pips. So that was like about a 30 pip slam in reverse. Don't know what happened there, but right about here, you know, the thing just turned like a wicked, just psycho turn, you know. Yeah, and when you start to zoom in, it's going to plot as a dotted line. Even though I have solid, I chose solid inside the code, it's actually going to give you the dotted line. So, oh well, can't get around that. But if you zoom out, if you go to another time frame, you still retain that. Now, when you go to the 4 hour, it's giving you that. So, I mean, you can use it there to place orders with, or you can. All sorts of stuff you can do with that. You place orders there, or use it any way you want. But it's kind of a nice, quick and dirty assessment of the support and resistance levels. And if you're going to run the line chart, which I like to always run a line chart to see the market structure, I can always see where the highs and lows were. So I could always place orders based on it, even though I don't have the bar chart running. For instance, this is a low, probably spiked down there. So it's kind of a good way to, if you're going to run a line chart, to be able to actually have both things at the same time. And those kind of spike reversals like that, I mean, I've seen a market actually just never turn around, just go up after that. And I'm always thinking, God, I wish I'd come back and pick up my buy orders on that. But well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's a killer simple indicator here. You could have had all your bracketed orders if you're trading the breakout of that, or you're trying to get back in on this low here. You could place a pending there, For instance, like even here, if you wanted to, you know, for me, the only place to sell this at the moment would be, let's see if I go to a half-hour time frame, maybe there's a sell in here. Right here, I could place an order right there, and you know, that's a scalp. I'm looking for the market to come back up to here, and then, you know, bounce off this. Here's one. Definitely be selling up there, right? But I like the smaller time frame, so I want to get it in and out. Just want to scalp it. Don't want to get married to anything. Here's a sell. Let's sell a small amount here, 30,000 on this handle. Sell on this handle. But sell up there, and then of course I'd buy down here for sure on the retest of that, and then maybe it's going to go another 50 pips below that. I don't know. I don't think so, but of course the market's typically in a range, typically boring, and typically just a bunch of nonsense, really. I guess, you know, and I don't even really care why the market went down there. That could have been a news event. Actually, there have been a classic news spike down there, but who knows what, you know, who knows what these people are thinking. Whatever. I had a girlfriend years ago that thought there was people on the other side giving me fake data and trying to make me lose money. She probably just maybe a little paranoid, but certainly this, I would say, let me buy 50 pips deep in 4 hours. So, you know, I know that's 50 pips deep, that's 40. But yeah, these seems like crazy orders there, but those will disappear in 4 hours. Some of these will disappear in a day, or I could just delete them all. I could come in here. If I thought that I'd put in an order that was ridiculous, let me delete these objects. For instance, say I don't like this ticket here. It doesn't make sense all of a sudden to me. Or say the market starts to tank here and it's backing up into these buys, and I'm thinking, you know what, I don't want to get in. It looks like it is backing up, so I can trim these back, close that order, and lay in a bank a little deeper. So now I think we're may plunge down and retest this spike. I don't know. It's you know, the Dow Jones is going to open up here in about an hour and 25 minutes. So you know, but no, it's just one of those great auto paint tools, just like you know, I guess you could treat them like pivots if you're a pivot person. I mean, you can do anything you want with them, I suppose. And here's the 4-hour picture. Really depends what your time frame is, how you like to trade. You know, it's really hard to. There's so many ways to make money. Everybody can make money trading their own style, just like music. You know, you might think that the country music guys are making a bunch of money, so you want to learn to play country, but you're not a country guy and you don't like country, so you just have to pick whatever trade you like. Maybe your trade is just this range garbage. And when the market takes off like this, you just say, you know what, that's not my trade. I don't do that. I don't do that trade. But it is best to try to play country and rock and metal and jazz, and try to be a multiple. That's how you'd really make money. Like here, I see this big giant buying opportunity down here, so I might start laying orders in here and just you know, set it and forget it. Shall we go around there? Of course, I just somehow don't see it spiking down there, but just if this was a 15-minute chart, maybe, you know. But that's just a killer tool. Just clear these off here. Okay, so I guess that's my story about the multiple time frame.